Inhale, exhale. We arrive more and more, I am. We arrive more and more to this moment. Invitation for one or two hands on the heart space to offer that inner hug. Creative Wellness Solutions asks us to learn these methodologies. They all add up to mindful living, to self-regulation. One or two hands on the heart. Open that part of the brain that offers a hug. We breathe, align to the oneness of mind of this moment. Community breath in, community breath out. Blink your eyes and mobilize. Let's take a minute in silence to move the body tempo. However, whatever, whenever, let yourself go. Strange, weird, explorative, sensual. Breathe in, breathe out. Welcome to this moment in time. I'm Robert Halley, creative wellness coach based in Unionville, north of Toronto, Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, Huron-Wendat peoples, traditional territory. I welcome you to 50 Things to Make the World a Better Place, 50 Things You Should Know, 50 Things to Help You Detox Digitally, 50 Things to Improve Your Mindfulness, 50 Things to Keep You Active, 50 Things to Do on a rainy, rainy day. Also, cold days, winter days. I am a very ambitious person. I want to make like 10 card games. There's a lot in the works, but these things take time. So I have lots of different decks, and this is something that could be a good prompt for us to have a brain bank together. So this is a mini session to spark ideas. Take into your weekend for all those dates, rendezvous, or even the date with yourself. When you walk, when you're eating, when you're cooking, you remember something that sparked today, and there you go, right? Let's keep feeding the brains, feeding the body temple, the spirit, the aura, and the collective consciousness, and we do this together. The structure is one of y'all will pick the cards. Then we'll read it. We'll hold space of silence for 5 breaths. If you have something else to add, let's take the thought there. If not, we move on. It's a mini session, so under 40 minutes, but quality over quantity always. Because it's a mini session, I'm not going to read your arrivals. But thank you for sharing. Welcome, Amelia, Salini, Maggie, Dee Dee, Jody. Oh my gosh, there's so many DDDs and EEEs. Maggie, Dee Dee, Jody, Jody, Dee Dee. Should we just go into gibberish? I think my voice is warmed up, so I probably should stop and continue. Yes. Whew. Yeah, I didn't sleep properly for 2 days, but I did last night. So I'm coming into this moment. So cool. People from Australia, parts of USA, Canada. I love it. So curiosity is my number one strength. So I find it really important. And it's the seed, it's the missing ingredient in our relationships and why they falter. If you're not being curious to ask questions of your loved ones, it's going to because we're always changing and growing. Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing. You'll always get a prompt and some artwork before we dive in. But we're going to dive in now. Let me see what I am. Love seeing you assess yourself. The yang is the number. The yin is the creative words and putting it into an expression. So I am a 10, curious and open to learning. And like most days, and still today, I'm really curious about communication. I was on a film set yesterday with Kim Cattrall from Sex and the City, one of Canada's top actresses. That's why I look a bit fancy. You know, when you wear something, you're like, this isn't dirty enough to wash, which is a good sign that I'm eating cleaner and all of that jazz. So I'm wearing like high fashion for you because the TV show was about a new makeup line, Cusco. Yeah, this is a designer from Spain, Cusco. The women's wardrobe is stunning. But so is this. Look at the back. It's worth having a little look. Anyhow, so you're getting high fashion in the morning from me. Doesn't always happen. Enjoy it. Today's numerology is 9 for the cards. So I hope you participate. If not, if we don't get to 9 with the emojis, then, or the numbers, whoever picks before, we'll just go from there. Okay, let's start with 50 things to keep you active. Today's numerology is 9. The 9th person that gives me a number between 1 and 48, we're going to pick that. To save time, put an A or a D for ascending or descending. You type, I will shuffle. 9th person. You can go twice, but make sure you take a breath in and a breath out to give space for others. 5 more seconds for the 9th person or whoever's left at the bottom. Okay, we'll do Dee Dee, all the way from Sydney. Dee, do you want to ascend or descend? Up or down? We'll always ascend if there's no response, because we honor time. Descend, that sounds good. So we'll go down. There's 48 cards. I'm not going to count them, obviously. 48. So this is the 48th, 47th, 46, 45, 44. It looks like I was ascending, but I wasn't. I still honored your card. Let's see what the wisdom is that we need to talk about. This is a way to keep us active. Park a healthy distance from your destination so you get those extra steps in wherever you go. Love that. So a strategy to stay active is to, if you're driving somewhere, park a little bit further away and get some more steps in, especially if you're going to the theater to sit down for 2 to 3 hours. If you're going to a workplace or meeting, you're going to sit down and for some reason you're not allowed to stand and work. But yeah, one of my yoga teachers always said, the chair is one of the worst inventions for humans. And we don't have to be scientists to think about it. You sit in a chair. What happens to the spine? It's not in its natural curvature for the arteries and nerves. When you slouch, you're crunching. The pranic meridian flows. The blood flows to the organs. So yes, do your best to get some more steps in. There's actually an app called bestparking.com. I think it's for North America. So you can put in your destination, organize where you're going to park. And it's cool because it's like cheapest and then closest. So it's kind of interesting to see how much you're going to pay. Or to save $10, I will walk 100 feet more. So that might be in your town. Same thing goes for if you transit. Of course, this has to do if you're running late or not, but you can get out, stop before, and walk. Any more thoughts on this? Dee, did you need to hear that? Are you sitting too much? Did the universe just call you out to get up, stand up? Stand up for the right of your health. Yes. So Ellen shares to take the stairs instead of an elevator or escalator. I know it's a bit stressful when it's like rush hour. It's like, go, 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 go. You're like, well. But for sure, you can take the stairs too. We're meant to move. Stay active in your capacity and way. Standing ovation to D, walking 10 to... This is not high fashion, by the way. These are like stay-at-home pants. But standing ovation for D. That's a lot, yo. Woo! I hope you're pressing through your big toe when you walk. Because most of us, if you look at a running shoe, a lot of that's run down. What is your gait like? Press the big toe down, big toe down. Take your ass, buttocks, pelvis with you. Awesome. We move to a methodology to improve your mindfulness. The 9th person that gives me a number between 1 and 48 will pick that card. Ninth person, countdown. Who do we have? Let's go with Jody. Ascending. We almost got to 9. I know what it's like to listen and type. It's okay. Jody, 15 ascending. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is a strategy for mindfulness. Start a daily gratitude practice. What 10 things were you most grateful for today? Make a list just before you sleep or write it as a blog to share with others. So this ain't new, especially for us folks. But maybe just a reminder today, maybe you thought about it, you know about it, but there's something that happens when you actually write on paper to your brain. It's also a skill we don't want to lose, right? Like, I know it's incredible, all this screen time, but ink to paper, let's not lose that art. So I have my opinion about this. So the whole thing with gratitude lists is it turns into it's not embodied. So I always like to ask why. I'm grateful that I got to see my friend. I'm grateful that I didn't have traffic. Yeah, of course. It's great, but when you add a second sentence as to why, then it's savored, and that's when it gets mindful, in my opinion. From my experience, that's the most that's one of the things that will save your ASS. Just put from my experience, then less suing happens legally. FYI. From my experience. So Maggie needs some accountability. I try to take things that bother me, my wrinkles, and be grateful for them. Aw, switch the narrative. That's huge nowadays, especially yesterday working with Kim Cattrall. She's 66. And of course, if you look at Madonna, she chose to get a lot of work done. I know a last photo, someone thought she was Marilyn Manson. So this is definitely a thing. Do you do some work? Do you not do some work? Of course, we can decide with our body temple. And there's a million opinions about aging and beauty. But yeah, can you flip the narrative? What is the accountability? Beautiful. So yes, this is for us. Get into a gratitude. And I know what it's like to be busy. You literally don't have the effort to like sit upright. You just want to like lie down. How are you going to write when you're like, I just want to like calm myself? If you're just getting 6 hours sleep, I don't want to do another thing. Maybe it's in your thoughts as you're brushing your teeth. You don't even have to say it. I'm grateful for my friend that was able to carpool today because I was able to save gas and less stress. I don't like driving there. You can think it. Remember, creative wellness asks us to not be put into a box, to know that there is grace to how you practice mindfulness and self-care and self-love, okay? This is just the starting point. So in your own way, establish your gratitude, but please don't turn it into a laundry shopping list situation. Even one reason why. In my wellness oracle, I ask for 3. So what's the point of rushing? Gratitude is a gracious practice where you get to bathe in what you were able to live and experience. Breathe in. Breathe out. We move into 50 things to help you digitally detox. This is always a bit ironic because I know we're digital right now. Although this is a virtual reality, I remind you it's a vibrational community. And digital's great. Look, we get to meet all the way around the world. But we're not meant to turn into computers. The ninth person, give me a number, 1 to 48, A or D. Let's see what we're meant to unravel today. Okie dokes, the ninth person, or as close as we got. One, two, three. Shital, you are the one. You got it in right before I was going to pick Maggie. But remember, it's collective consciousness. We're just here to play in a mindful way. Shital, 48 descending. That means it's the very bottom one. What is in the foundation of the deck? Let's find out. So this is a way to digitally detox. Notice how different time feels when you're not distracted by social media. I love this. I love it, 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 because I'm actually doing this. I think I'm 2 weeks in from not having the habit of scrolling on Instagram or Facebook. Personally, I'm not in a place that I feel good doing that. There's a lot of self-judgment. You're not doing enough for your business. You're not posting enough. People don't know about you. Like, you're not good at reels, all that. Notice how different time feels when you're not distracted by social media. Now, of course, anything in life, we have different capacities and we establish different relationships with. So, of course, social media is very convenient. Instead of messaging 1,000 friends, you just share. So I'm not talking about the pros right now. We're just talking about how different does time feel when you're not distracted or scrolling. So I work in the film industry part-time. Sometimes you're standing doing like background acting for like 12 hours. Sometimes you're waiting in the waiting area for 10 hours just to be used for 30 minutes. I like those days because I can work on my business and actually talk to people. But there's an insane amount of like human zombies. And that was yesterday. But because I'm not doing that and I'm going between a book and writing and stretching and talking to someone, I give myself like a circuit. It's true. Time feels different. It's the whole thing with like bus stops or sitting on the train. If you're a commuter and you're not on your phone, time is completely different. An endless scroll, you're never going to get to the end. A week ago, this person, I love it. I'm going to borrow it, steal it, take it, use it. This person said, I'm interested in having moments with other people where we alchemize time. How cool is that? May you alchemize time away from your devices. Time and health are more important than money. How will you celebrate time that you're given? A lot of the yogis say, slow down the breath. You only have a certain amount of breaths until this body temple returns to the earth plane. So may you savor your time. Do I consider Insight Timer social media? Insight Timer is a beast. It's a beautiful beast. So I think if you get to decide, like anything, like Instagram could be a messaging, it's just a message center. Insight Timer can be considered social media if you use it for social media. Speaking of, I do have a group. Oh my gosh, let's turn Insight Timer into like social media, but don't get distracted with it. Not like what I'm talking about. Insight Timer can be considered social media if you use it that way. Are you messaging your friends? Are you joining my circle? Which I highly encourage you to. The Journey Withyin is my group, and there's hundreds, thousands of groups. Some teachers make, some other members make. But it's conscious social media, right? I personally made a decision 2 weeks ago, more Insight Timer, less of the others, because it doesn't make me feel good. There's more love here. There's more conscious living. I am growth-minded. I'm here to elevate the frequency of myself, the planet. We're holding each other accountable. So yes, it's social media, but like Erica says, it's social media for the soul. It's Alan's only social media. There's no comparison. I've noticed that too. As an entrepreneur and someone that wants to do soul service and a wellness startup, of course, you gotta be present here, 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 here. And okay, I will, but where's your community? Where does your soul come alive and spark joy? For me, it's Insight Timer and apparently millions of others. So you get to decide, but where are you losing your breath? Are you losing your breath? Are you losing your posture on an app? Do you feel more uplifted after? The body, your emotional guidance, is always talking to you. So you get to decide. Thank you, Erica, for the affirmation. While you give to me, I give to you, right? I'm happy to be a voice and a face. Of course, years of performing helps that. But you're helping me to align my head, heart, and gut. Throat chakra open. I'm happy to do things a bit differently as a queer person of color, bringing some diversity to wellness. Let's go! Perfect. Speaking of, let's see what you're meant to know here and now. The 9th person, that gives me a number between 1 and 9, we are going to read and select that card. Jody, your spirit called you forth. Amazing. From Minnesota, welcome. Carolina, I'm meeting Carolina in 1 week, everyone. I hope we get along. I'll be in New York November 2nd to the 9th and doing a wellness workshop on Long Island. It's Carolina's birthday, November 1st. And she's gifting herself with hanging out with me and some others. Yoga, dance, mindfulness. Let's do it. The 9th person. What do we need to know right now? Let's find out. Okay, the ninth person, or as close as we can get. So Sherry's our first. You can go twice. Anyone get their last numbers in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, Christy, you got it right in. 3 ascending. 1, 2, 3. I'm glad you saw me, Jody, in Denzel's circle. Denzel is like a warm panda bear. Okay. Oh my gosh, there's lots to read. Let's find out what we're meant to know. Christy. Don't compromise your integrity to please others. Going against what's deeply important to you often leads to resentment and disappointment. It may feel uncomfortable at first, but sticking to your values pay off in the long run. You can be kind and clear while honoring yourself. Whoa. This like summed up a million communication styles, life coaching pillars. This is like the secret of life, one of the secrets of life. So Christy, you picked this and you are, you needed to hear it again. So I always talk about values. If there's one thing that will transform your life, or if you feel lonely, lost, you don't have a lot of money right now and you're not able to do self-development or coaching or therapy, please find out what your values are. In less than a year, I'll have a product, 222 value cards. You can just flip through them and you can identify your values and you can reassess them every 3 months. But don't compromise the integrity of who you are. What is your mission at this time? What do you need to feel safe, to feel celebrated, to feel seen? If you're constantly compromising that and not having the integrity of the fiber of your being and what you need to feel safe, alive, thriving, content, and you're not honoring yourself, it's just going to be a continuous downhill in the mind, then the body temple, and then your soul. So catch the signs. Where's the friction? Ask yourself, where is the friction in my life? Where is there room for improvement? Am I not honoring how I feel about this workplace? How I'm making money? The compromise with my partner, with how I hang out with my family, what does that look like? So you can be kind and clear, right? Learning nonviolent communication. I'll remind you again because I'm so passionate about it. I noticed when, and it made me feel, I'm at a place in my life where I really need, would you be willing to, the is fill it in to personalize it. So Christy and others, please don't compromise yourself. We don't want to resent your soul. It's uncomfortable, but the next version of you is outside of your comfort zone. That's Tony Robbins saying, but these are leaders, so I don't need to make all this up. I just need to remind you. The next version of you is outside your comfort zone. What decision, conversation will you take today? Will you have today to honor your soul and be a little bit uncomfortable? Why did this turn into a Rent musical? So I didn't finish my celery juice and it's so bitter and gross today, but it's good for my liver. Okay. Healthy communication. My ego sometimes has me being petty. Challenge your ego. Setting up healthy boundaries without feeling guilty. We don't always need to be available for people when they need. It's true. Or just don't answer the phone. Or just don't see the text. Oh, I was in the bathroom. Oh, my hands were busy cooking. They don't need to know. Let's move on to 50 things to make the world a better place. We're getting to the end. Ooh. That's so fun, Mara. How dare you tease us? I want to see those characters and those outfits. The 9th person that gives me a number between 1 and 48. We're going to pick this card. How can we make the world a better place? Breathe in. Breathe out. All right, the 9th person, or as close as we got. Christy's the first. Maggie! You are the one. Are we ascending or descending? We'll ascend, because that's what you picked in your first number. I. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see if this resonates with you or the collective whole today in this moment in time. So this is a way to make the world a better place. Try meat-free Mondays or go vegan for a month. Meat production can have a higher carbon footprint than flying. Great. So Maggie's happy. Caroline is happy. I'm smiling because I haven't eaten animals for 29 years. No. Oh my God. I haven't eaten animals for 30 years. So obviously I could say a lot about this. And of course, health is not a one-way street. We need different things at different times. It's interesting because someone sent me the carnivore diet. And again, this can go on for hours because of what your body needs and this and that. And we're not living in the day and age or the parts of the world where hunting was necessary or this or that. But if you're hungry and you see an apple or you see a wild boar, which one are you going to eat? Like, which one needs murder, draining blood, temperature of a fire, seasoning so it's palatable? Anyhow, whether you eat animals or not, of course, the water waste, the things we can do with land to grow plants compared to how much land's needed for grazing. And then, of course, the flatulence from cows and animals. And then all of the driving around with the tractors. So you can't argue, the world. You can make the world a better place by consuming less animal products. We're not getting into the ethics right now. Of course, I'd love you to. Animals are here with us, not for us. Yeah. Oh, cool. It's resonating with Maggie. Yeah. Cool. Again, this came up today. It's for your reflection. Beautiful. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Just get thinking about it, and please be mindful about your gut. There's so much studies out there. Your gut, 90% of your immune system. Who knows what's coming our way this year, that way, naturally or planned by the forces. Please take your power back and take care of your gut, your immune system. There's so much undigested fats. God bless us all. But yeah, do your best to eat lighter, mindful, and less of your animal relations. We're getting near the end. We have one more to go. Again, my name's Robert Halley, and I'm a creative wellness coach. I do a lot of different lives because Oprah never gave me my talk show yet. It's not her responsibility. I'm taking my power back and sharing here. Tomorrow, we're actually going to have a world premiere. So see if you can check that out. But yeah, I have a circle called The Journey Withyin, or you can look up Robert Halley. And I am going to start posting self-reflection questions to keep this inner work active. If you have any questions, comments, go to the circle. We will take care of you. Also, opportunities to dive deeper on anything and ways to meet face-to-face one day. Thank you for your support, your time, your presence. I appreciate any donations if you'd like to support me that way. Marcus Fung was talking yesterday about reciprocity. So maybe a donation's not in your means to support this continual work I offer. There's a review of the meditations and talks. There's listening to them, telling people about me. But also he was like, maybe you just say thank you at the end. And I love that. Of course, if you're driving or you're making bread, but let's have this energy exchange. Thank you. Be well. An emoji, right? So I'll ask for your reciprocity at the end. We'll close with something we can do on a rainy day or as things get cold and you just want to stay inside. Sometimes you just want to stay inside. The introverts or the extroverts that need to learn to calm down and journey with yin. That's what this is. All right, the 9th person that gives me a number between 1 and 48. We're going to do that card to close out. The 9th person, or as close as we can get. Let's see. It looks like it's D again. But Carol wanted that too, so that's a win-win. So we're going down for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Something to do on a rainy day, or if you need to just stay your ass home. You never know if I'm allowed to swear or not. Okay. Thank you, Jody. I appreciate it. Boom. Write a list of things that make you happy. What are your favorite movies, childhood books, songs, foods, places, or people? I love this. Oh my gosh, this just gave me a lot of ideas. Oh my gosh, Ellen just did it last night. Okay, I think we all need to do this before the time is over. This is your medicine. Who knows you better than you? You! Have a bowl. It doesn't have to be a singing bowl. Even if it's 3 things. What are your favorite movies? Maybe TV shows. What are the shows that make you laugh? Do you have a special story, a poem? Is there some favorite songs? What's your favorite foods? What's a quick snack you can make? What's your favorite place locally and then maybe globally that you've been? And your favorite people to call. Maybe you put them all in a bowl, and then when you feel like, I'll do the sign language. This is sign language for. So when you feel like, go into your bowl of happiness. The bowl of happiness. Pick one out and then give yourself that medicine. Oh my gosh, I need to do this. Because sometimes you forget. You know when you hear a song, you're like, it's my favorite song. Why did I forget about it? Or you eat something, you're like, why was it 6 months that I didn't make Vietnamese rice rolls when I love them? Why have we not talked in 3 years? Make a list, cut them out, put them in a bowl. This is your medicine. Don't pop pills. Pop little bundles and puffles of happiness. Couldn't find a description. Let's pop the bubbles of happiness and let it rain down on me. Stop the pills. Start the I think I'll just be quiet and end this live soon. Who's going to do it? Let's do it. I'm going to post it in the chat. Let's do this. Who wants to share? What's a favorite movie, childhood book, or song, or food, or places? Let's just list some right now and bask in that. Okay, let's see. One of my favorite stories is The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein. I also love Illusions by Richard Bach. I love mango. It's very comforting. I love cacao paste, dark chocolate. I love this place called Pie Co. They make pizza really fresh. And one of my favorite places is by this big tree by the river by me. And I go give her hugs. Erica likes Greece. Pollyanna, Carolina Christie coloring books. Beautiful. So please know thyself. The Little Prince, a large bowl of soup. I actually am craving that. I have these soba noodles. Noodles are the best when you haven't had them in a while. And then they're warm and you're like, oh, this is hitting the spot. Yoga on the lake is a happiness spot. A wasabi tree outside your kitchen, Jody. Oh my gosh. I need to look up what a wasabi tree looks like. Dancing for Carolina. Rollerblading. Oh my gosh, in Central Park. I wonder if they still do that. When I used to live in New York, there was like rollerblading Sundays. It was so fabuloso. We're feeling better already. Make your list, cut them out, then create that. Toy Story 2, Home Alone 2. Awesome! We are complete. We are complete. So, in closing, walk more, park somewhere further away. Take the stairs to keep you active. Daily gratitude, but why? Don't just list it. Remind yourself why. Bask in it. If you can't write, think about it. If you can't think, talk about it. Notice how different it feels when you're less distracted, and how time is alchemized when you're not scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Don't compromise your integrity. Shit. Don't do it. Honor yourself. The next version of you is outside the comfort zone. Please do your best not to eat your animal relations. Please. Less water, land waste. And then make a list of things that make you happy. Wow. Take this medicine into the weekend, into the day. Share it with your friends, family. Share it with your soul. And have the best day ever. Again, I'm Robert Halley, and this was 50 Things to ... Certain days have different lives, and this is usually on a Friday. We will skip next week because I will be in New York City. Actually, I'll be on Long Island doing my first in-person workshop. There's still spots. You can learn about it withyin.ca. Thank you for your time, your attention, your participation, taking thought where thought wants to go. I feel more enriched with your presence and your love. Thank you for showing up for me, for you. Please join our circle, the Journey Withyin, and know that you're not alone. If a donation's in your means to keep this accountable programming, I appreciate it. But know your demonstration of offering a review, a simple thank you, thank you, thank you, love you. This is the opportunity of reciprocity. Will you say thank you and wish your fellow community members well? Have a great day, everyone. See? It's free and it makes you feel good. Have a blessed day. May you live your truth today. Thank you. Godspeed, all you need. So I'll allow a minute or two for you to demonstrate your reciprocity. Please tell other folks about me, especially queer people of color. I would love to be a source of mentor for some others that I didn't have. Let's keep sharing the love in your own way, shape, and form. Beautiful. Jody, I'm honored too. Please hit the bottom right corner if we're not connected. I'm honored to be your Insight family member. If you're able to come tomorrow, 8:30, you are not going to believe it. It's like all of my lives combined, and it's going to knock your socks off. We're going to do something really cool. Well, I'll just tell you, it's called the Wellness Wheel of Fortune. So I have a wheel and we're going to spin it. Wherever it lands, we're going to do that. So fun at 8:30 in the morning. Let's go. Jody, thanks for your generous donation, especially for being a new kid on the block. Godspeed. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Look, I drew the world. And this love is sent all over the world. See some of you in New York next week. See some of you when I close my eyes and journey within. There is great love here for you. And for now, we are complete.